lightweight, in my inspection, is going to be benefits to the Rwandan Patriotic Front. But I also firstly want to talk about technology, what it means to be human. Well, they seem to make it very important, robots. And secondly, the ideas of soldiers. Firstly, technology. This is not Robocop. This is not speculative technology where we're literally capturing people and doing things. Sam has given me two very good examples of drugs that he has to buy in the moment that are examples of this technology. Alpha inhibitors that regularly reduce the likelihood of you catching alpha-in cancer. There was some other very complicated name, what you do to reduce haemophilia. This is simply an extension upon that existing technology. It is not, like these guys are saying, like literally capturing people and building the new Terminator. We also have an additional problem with building the new Terminator about technology as well. Why is that? Because I can tell you as an international lawyer, you cannot hold Terminator accountable to the International Criminal Court. We've the main problem here, because we like the idea of holding humans accountable, not to put some morality into the rather barbaric practice that goes on as warfare. We think that is probably a big problem there, and probably Doug and Johnny should be held accountable for that rather ridiculous counterprop as well. They rather ridiculed Sam's idea, it's like body armor, or like other things that we develop as well. Like gene therapy to some extent can be reversible if necessary. We weren't talking necessarily about always creating superheroes and superpowers. There's obviously like a spectrum involved. Some wars might be helpful to have Superman. Some wars might be helpful to have soldiers who don't die of hypothermia. Some wars might be helpful to have many other things as well. Like, I don't think you can just run your case on the fact that because we can't get the Green Lantern right now, therefore we should go and put into an awful lot of like tanks, etc. I just realised I made 3 science fiction references in less than 2 minutes.
Here.
And also to have a girlfriend, but like Derek's problem. So I don't very well already at the moment. Okay, firstly, let's get the principle behind this. There is one. What exactly does it mean to be human? These guys want to focus on a genotypic fiction of what it means to be human. But the catalogue of things that you're born with is somehow immutable. We say this is wrong for like 4 reasons. Firstly, what the hell we call normal is basically a fixation on a 90th century biological idea, which is that when you capture people in this sort of traditional state, they are what they are, and there is nothing else that can change that. What the hell does that mean? We don't think that humans are caught in one size that shapes all. We think that society is radically changed. We do the second idea as well. Sometimes, through the lottery of life, your preconceived ideas are better. We see no reason why that shouldn't even not be expanded to everyone. Just because I don't run very fast, why shouldn't that be given to everyone else in my unit? There's 2 reasons why that might be a good idea to give everyone in the unit. The first is one of efficacy. If everyone in my unit can run fast, the chances of me dying may be slightly less. I might get a better chance of life. Why should one person have it first? Secondly, as well as that, why shouldn't I have that? Why shouldn't I be able to save myself from that? If we look at Western things like training, etc. already. Thirdly, as well as that, we continually refocus about the nature of what we mean when we look at life. Life isn't one linear concept. We refocus what it means to be the beginning of your life, for goodness sake, when we invent technology like IVF. We focus on what it means to be the end of your life, when we look at technologies that keep you alive endlessly in a respirator. There is absolutely no one definite homogenized definition of what it means to have normal human biological life. Therefore, we say in certain circumstances, we are quite happy to look at ways of altering this. There are 2 of them that we can think of. One is where it is better to stop you as an individual dying. The other, well, for obvious reasons, that being alive is quite nice. I like being a software robot, whereas I can enjoy many things these guys presumably can't. Second, so as well as that, pretty important to keep alive is protecting other people in keeping them alive as well. Like other people, like the state that you are protecting, and all of the civilians that you go out and protect when we do that as well. So there are 2 very good advantages about why we might want to go towards a concept of life that is slightly different in that particular respect. I'll go for the human being in this debate, this thing you.
Do you think it would be difficult for your average man on the street to see how Wolverine can have the Geneva Conventions apply to him?
Okay. I've got 2 responses to this. I think it's easier to see how it applies to Wolverine, because he's like a human being rather than like Terminator, not a human being. I think that's a fairly self-evident response in and of itself. I also secondly see as well as that, we are still not diluting Wolverine's humanity and command responsibility and all of the other individual choices that they are able to make. This is a very happy compromise that reduces the making of for soldiers. But it brings me on to my third point, quite rightly as well. Firstly, we always experiment with the natures of what armies do. These guys are raised as a Plymouth throwaway point like Gulf War syndrome. Like every military campaign, when we sent the soldiers to the Somme, it was to some extent a warfare experiment carried out with what was the limits of what we could and couldn't do in order to break the Western front. That kind of thing is exceptionally dangerous. At least we are here being upfront about this, and we are taking every step possible and every step we consider reasonable to try and save that individual soldier's life. Secondly, as well as that, casualty figures are probably largely too quick. Things like introducing coffins to your bloodstream to mean that, for example, you do not have to die, for example, when you're being flown from Helmand Province to get your blood transfusion, will probably decrease the numbers of individuals involved in a military campaign. This is very good, largely because the number of people involved in military campaigns dying generally tends to mean their efficacy when it comes to sort of moral grounds are generally reduced. The body bag effects in Somalia, those kinds of things often restricting these kinds of things. Thirdly, as well as that, more dangerous areas of warfare are less risky as going in this way. If you know your soldiers are more exposed to hypothermia, you're less likely, if the need arises, to want to fight a campaign that involves large amounts of warships where they may be in a position where they have to die of hypothermia. This reduces that particular kind of risk and makes it more safe for you as well. Fourthly and finally, as well as this, I do not see, and I really would like some answer from closing opposition on this, why exactly the randomness of, for example, either A, your injury, or B, the way that you were born having the genetics, should as a soldier remain that you live or die. There is absolutely no real good reason for that. If we can do something on this, there are some very good arguments to say that we should do something on this. Doug said, oh, it'll be terrible, it might be discipline around ritual war. That's an argument about distribution. What about the technology in and of itself? That's an argument to say that when it moves into civilian spheres, we should distribute it better. There is really on this kind of things no absolute moral impact. We can several good moral cases, why not? Less people dying good, more being great, and make some votes.